everyone, it's Sarah. I hope you guys are having a fabulous weekend. It's been a while since I've done any videos, so I thought I'd start out with something a little bit different. I really do not like doing reviews on bags that I know nothing about, but if I have to research every bag that I don't know anything about, I'd never get any reviews done. So for this video, I've got a Miu Miu Satchel, and I have no idea how to pronounce the name of this bag. It's like Metalasse or something like that. Miu Miu is not a brand that I favor. Never been interested in this brand before, and to be honest, the only reason why I purchased this bag was because it was on sale and I just could not pass up a bargain. So I purchased this bag a few months ago from Jacky, and I did not take note of the original sales price. I know it was over 100. I just can't remember what. Maybe it was 130 or something, but it was on sale for, I believe, $87. And for $87 for a genuine leather bag, it's supposedly lambskin. I always say supposedly because I just don't know for sure, and it just doesn't feel like lambskin to me. But then again, a lot of replica lambskin leather doesn't really feel like lambskin, so this may just be like a lower grade lambskin, but it is definitely genuine leather. Now this bag doesn't look like much in the pictures. Actually, it really wasn't very attractive at all, and again, like I said, I only purchased it because of the price. But I was actually pleasantly surprised because it's actually quite roomy, and if not for the tapered look, I would have preferred if it was like a wider opening for easier access. But other than that, it's actually a pretty good bag. The leather is really, it's thick and soft, very plush. This bag doesn't really have much of a structure. Without anything in it, it would kind of cave in on itself. So I do have it stuffed right now to show you what it looks like when it's full. When the bag arrived, it was literally folded up. So there were some lines. You can probably see a little bit back here. There were some creasings, and I really had to stuff it full to kind of get the folds out. But the leather is very flexible, so it's very easy to shape. Even if you had it folded up, even if you had it folded up for a really long time and there were like permanent lines, well, not permanent, but a lot of creasing, I believe that it's easily reshaped. So since I really don't know anything about this bag, I'm just going to show you. Darn, I didn't get a tape measure to measure it, but oh, I've got a GST here, so you can kind of see how big this bag is. It's about as wide as the GST. Hold on a second. Let's see. Yep, it's exactly the same width as the GST, and it's about the same depth on the bottom. So it's about the same size as the GST, except for the tapered opening part. Okay, so let me show you some close-ups. Now this leather does make kind of a rubbery sound. You can hear that, but it's actually a pretty decent leather. It's like I said, I don't know what type of leather it is. It's supposed to be lambskin. It doesn't feel like lambskin, but it is soft and thick. And the stitching detail is beautiful. I don't really see any crooked stitches. Of course, I didn't really look too hard. This part right here is a little tab. I love the hardware on this bag. The color of the gold is very rich, and the hardware is very substantial. It feels very solid, feels good quality, and the twist lock works smoothly and clicks into place, but it does feel a little bit loose, like it doesn't make like a really satisfying click that stays in place, but it's definitely solid and feels good quality. And there's the engraving here for the name, Miu Miu. And I really honestly cannot make out the letters. My eyesight's not really good, so honestly I can't even see it without doing close-ups. So really the only way I could see it was by taking close-up shots and magnifying the pictures. But it looks good to me. It's lined, very crisp. Below rosettes, looks like there's some darkening. This is a new bag. I've only used it once, so it came with some darkening around here. The stitching on the top portion of the leather is a dark brown, so it matches the color of the leather itself. You really can't hardly see the stitching itself, so that's good because you can't really make out any flaws without looking at it extremely closely. No one's going to be that close to your bag. Well, I hope no one's going to be that close to your bag. The rings are nice and solid, and it's soldered closed, so there's no gaps, and the color of the hardware is consistent. Show you the stitching detail. It's really beautiful. There's no flaws that I could see, but like I said, I didn't really look too closely, but from what I can see, it looks good. Sides. Now it has the name only on one side. Looks good. Again, the color of the gold is consistent and it's evenly aligned. I did not try to compare this with any original, so but it looks good to me. I don't really see anything that I need to point out there. Back side, as you can see, you can still see the creases from here. I had to like stuff this like full of fabric to fill out the creases. But like I said, the leather is really flexible, so even if you had it folded up for a while, it's pretty easy to reshape it. So that's a good thing. Stitching detail on the tab is the same color as the beige. I'm not sure what color this is. This looks to me like a taupe. I don't know, taupe, and this is like beige and dark brown, like chocolate brown. The gold really, the gold hardware, I think really complements, really adds to this bag. Okay, so the other side. Oh, sorry, I already showed you that side. Oops, this side. I'm a little rusty. Okay. Looks good. Bottom part. Bottom has four metal feet, but it's more for decoration because it's not really going to protect the bottom of your bag due to the quilting. It's too puffy to, you know, it'll pretty much, everything will pretty much touch the floor or the ground, so it's just really for looks. There are no engraving on any of the studs. Okay, this bag is very lightweight. Without anything in it, I'd say it weighs less than a pound. Really lightweight. So, for those of you who are worried about weight, this one would not be a problem. So this bag has two handles. They're short handles, probably meant to be carried on your elbow or by your hand, but I can actually carry this on my shoulder. It's a pretty snug fit, but not too tight. It's not uncomfortable because I have a little bit of room right here. Now this would not be, would probably not work for someone who is bigger than I am because I've got really skinny arms, so for most people, they probably carry this by the hand on the elbow, or by using the detachable long strap, which is a little bit too long to put on my full shoulders. The bag would literally hit me just barely above the knee, carried on the shoulder. But I can carry it crossbody, and it hits me like the top of the handle hits me here. The opening of the bag is just slightly below my hips. So it's better for crossbody, but I don't really like carrying crossbody. Okay, so let me take out all the stuff in here because it's going to be hard to show the bag. Okay, so here's what it looks like empty. It actually kind of retains its shape. Kind of flops down when you put it down. Yeah, so when it came, it kind of was folded up like this. So that's why you have that line right there. Now the inside of the bag has two main compartments and a middle zipper compartment. The interior is lined in a dark brown satin fabric, which is actually a pretty decent quality fabric. It's thicker than I thought it would be. I'm not sure how the authentic would be. Let's see. So on this part right here, you have the 4 rivets, and they're the what are these called? Is it? No, it's not Phillips. It's the little minus sign slotted screws. Now, like I said, I have not tried to look at any pictures of details of the authentics. I have no idea if this is correct. All the zippers. Oh, I love the zipper pulls on these things. They're real. It's actually really nice and solid. It has a nice weight to it, and it is engraved. I do know that the zipper is correct. I did see some pictures, just not very detailed pictures, but again, the engraving is really small. I really would not be able to make this out without looking at it under a magnifying glass, but it is engraved on both sides. Nice and solid. Yeah, really nice weight to it. And the gold is consistent. Zipper matches the zipper pull. Zippers work perfectly. No patching. And in the middle compartment, again, it's just lined in the same fabric. I can probably, I can fit my wallet in here, my checkbook wallet in here, but I do have to put it in sideways because it's a pretty narrow opening. And in one compartment you have another zipper pocket, and this one has a leather pull tab. Stitching looks good on here. The leather is nice and thick. Good quality. And so you got that pocket, and you've got, right underneath it, you've got two more open pockets, or 2 open pockets. And they're pretty shallow. They're only maybe a little over 3 inches deep. So not a lot of room, but nice for organization. On the other side, you have another zipper pocket, also with the leather tab, and you have another open pocket right here, which is about the same depth as the other pockets, but this one is like 2 in 1 because it's about the same depth, but looks like this one is just one long one. And it's got the nameplate here. Okay, so that looks good. Really, I'm surprised that the hardware is actually this nice and solid. I didn't really expect much from this bag. especially considering the price. So that is pretty much it for the interior. I do not know if this bag has any kind of serial number. Probably not. But those of you that are more familiar with this brand would know. It does have a little tag right here. It just says made in Italy. So a little black tag right there. And I think that's pretty much it here. Okay, so on for the strap, you have two D-rings. One right here and one on the opposite side. And the way this works is you just kind of, it's a little clip. This is all nice and solid. It feels, it has a nice weight to it, but the clip itself does feel a little bit weak. Like, see, it's, I don't really have to put a lot of pressure on it, and problem with that is if I have the bag really weighted down, I would be a little worried about this just kind of like pulling right off. I have a feeling that the Authentic would be a lot more, a lot stronger than this. I do like the detail on the sides. It's really pretty. And this little part right here. There's no names engraved on here. This looks like it could be like part of a chain for a necklace or something. I always look at things like that because I make jewelry. So for the leather strap, nice leather. Stitching on it looks pretty good. I would probably be using this bag just holding it, or actually I do put it on my shoulders. I use the short handles for my shoulders, which like I said is probably not going to work for the average person unless they were skinny like myself. I didn't really pay attention to the stitching on here. It's like I said, the leather is the same color as the thread, so you really can't see. But now that I'm looking at it, it looks good. No crooked stitching. Back side has a few issues, but for the most part, it's good. It's pretty much the same all around, so they did a good job on that. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes. So it's currently on the 3rd hole. I could shorten it a little bit. So that is pretty much it for this bag. I was actually impressed enough with this bag that I actually ordered 3. 4 if you include, I ordered 2 for 2 of my readers. One which I've already shipped a while back. The other one was part of a group order where the buyer kind of freaked out when I had the Chanel issue, so I got stuck with an extra one, and I had another one that was a gift for a family relative, my niece, who wasn't really crazy about it. So currently I have 3. I do need to get rid of 2 of them. So if anyone's interested in this bag and would like more information, please feel free to email me. Okay, well, I'm not going to rate this bag because I don't know how it compares to the original. I do know that the pictures, from the pictures of the Authentic that I saw, the leather is shinier. The one that I saw was black, and I'll include those pictures with the picture review to show. But the leather of the Authentic had like a little shine to it, and you can just tell by looking at it that it was like buttery soft. And this leather has more of a matte finish. But I'm very happy with it, so I don't have any complaints. This was a great buy, and I love bargains. And if anything, I probably will not be using this bag often because it's never going to be one of my favorites, but I think it works. Okay, that's it. So thanks for watching. See ya. Bye.